Clippers leading by 4. Poked away. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers for Blake Griffin. 5th in rebounding. And defensively, he's been really good. He ranks in the top 20 in the league in steals.
And Steve, how about his rank in the rebounding department? I mean, the guy is physical, he's strong, and he relishes contact and banging around in there.
Now here's Redick. 20 points for him last game against Phoenix. The offensive rebound. Count that one.
Why are they doing both to the top,
Continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
And there's the feed to Harden. LeBron passes to Buckets. From deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
That's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Buckets got 15 points.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Heinrich dishes to Griffin. It's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And Redick kicks to Barnes. Feeds it to Heinrich. There's the dish to Barnes. And again, no good by the Clippers. In low to Davis. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Redick. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
And they're really keying in on getting as many good shots inside the lane as possible. They're doing a nice job of not just settling for outside looks.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're working it inside and doing it with intention and purpose.
Chicago calls timeout.
Well, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan. Pick now is the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
So for the Bulls, Buckets, he's checked in for Jordan. Harden comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Paul in for Irving. So the Bulls 5 right now. Chris Paul is out there with Harden. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Buckets in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here is Los Angeles now. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Crawford kicks to Griffin. Can't get it to go. Good D by James. And LeBron asked who would be on his Mount Rushmore of NBA greats, Steve. He went with Larry.
They touched it.
He went with Michael Jordan and Oscar Robertson.
Well, you got to feel like he probably can sort of associate himself with the Big O. You know, the big body, the strength, the versatility. That's what Oscar was all about. That's what LeBron is all about. So nice to see LeBron's recognition of that era of the NBA.
Hard to argue with those selections. He also said he better be up there too, and I would agree with that.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Terrific game for Buckets. 18 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
Well, 12 points from long range, so the defense has to figure out a way to defend him a little differently, try to get into his airspace.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Here's Thomas. It's all in by the Bulls. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Paul. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. For 3. And he gets it to go. And it's now 23 points for Buckets.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
A steal. From half court. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Get to take on the Magic in Orlando after this one. They start a long road journey there. That'll be
got
the first of a
if y'all
7-game
want
road
to do
trip.
this
Went for the
glitch that
two-hander
you
on
can
that
use all
slam.
your
That's where the
players
weight room comes into
first
play,
when you
Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
It's
But-
Crawford with the drive.
Well, go
It's hauled in by LeBron.
Well contested shot there.
And that's the key defensively. You got to make them work for it. Challenge every shot.
Here's Buckets. Cans it from downtown. Buckets got 26 points.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having. Chicago really struggles scoring points without Derrick Rose, and that's understandable. Last year against the West. More difficult.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Oh,
Paul can't get it to go.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
And Thomas, here we go. We always talk about getting good looks. Here's who's doing the best of it in the NBA. You take a look at Buckets. Leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Anthony Davis, a little bit down the ladder.
And you can't say enough about these two guys shooting the ball this season. But look at their percentage, just off the charts.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Buckets.
Yo!
No free throws, good from Isaiah Thomas. Chicago has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. It's Harden with the drive, and he gets it to go. Harden's got 5. As you said about the Bulls, guys, just a very tough time scoring against the Western Conference, which would be their downfall in most games.
Well, they shot right around 42% from the floor against the West last year.
I know.
That put them in the
Put my
bottom
guy
3 in
in,
the league.
and-
So I mean, you're just not going to get away with shooting that poorly.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, incredibly, Anthony Davis, one of the league's rangiest big men, and it's rumored that he's still growing. Asked about it, Davis joked, "I hope not. I don't want to be 7 feet. It just sounds weird, but if I grow, I can't help it." He does, however, want to get stronger, though. Now up over 240 pounds, he's putting in work in the weight room. Sounds like trouble for the competition, Kevin.
That should help him hold his own inside, Doris. Thanks. Thomas kicks to Griffin. The second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. Griffin's got 6.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
And he gets the buckets. That's 29 points for Buckets.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Thomas goes in. No luck.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
That's good. And it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
Oh, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Kicks it to Barnes. Thomas passes to Redick. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
J.J. Redick, acquired by the Clippers going into last season. A great fit, but injuries really held him back. First, surgery to repair ligaments in his wrist, then a bulged disc in his lower back. Ended up playing just 35 games in the regular season.
And Redick, were not for the injuries, is on pace, Clark, for the best season of his 8-year NBA career.
Kevin would have been a career high in points per game. Great efficiency for Redick as well. He flourished playing alongside former ACC rival CP3, Chris Paul.
Now here's LeBron. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And he gets the bucket.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Pass to Davis, and stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Buckets. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And now that's 35 points for Buckets. Clippers trail by 9. Heinrich dishes to Barnes. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Tell you, he had all the time in the world to get that shot off.
Davis with the double team. Fade away. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 4th rebound in this one. Barnes can't get it to go.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
James, the pass to Buckets. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
The Clippers shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Heinrich kicks to Griffin. Banked in off the glass. Griffin's got 8 points.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Here's Buckets. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And that is simply a dagger on the way to the locker room. That 3-pointer feels like a 6-pointer coming when it did right at the end of the half.
Y'all not watching.
Up the first half.
You don't
It's the
confuse
Bulls
me. You don't satisfy
as they end
me.
the second quarter with
You don't
a
make me all
massive
sad.
16-6 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Doc Rivers.
Y'all don't care, Doris Bird. I still got the most rebounds. I have 4 rebounds. He got 40 points. He got 8 more.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so
25,
far
33.
through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. And you know, Buckets has really been making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers looking at who they've got. Griffin at the 4 with Pause at the 5. Crawford out there with Isaiah Thomas. And it's Turkoglu in at the small forward. Vucevic checked in for Chicago. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He preached patient offense and encouraged his guys to use the shot clock. He wants his guys to be deliberate. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. That's good.
Yeah, they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
The Bulls leading by 12.
You know, the Clippers had really good depth at the guard positions, but last season their lack of depth along the front line was a real problem. One they hope has been solved this season.
And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. And he gets the bucket. And that's now 6 points for Jamal Crawford.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
Here's Thomas. Here's Hawes. Shot is off. Good D by Harden. And Chicago shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. Count that one. Buckets got 44. And looking at the Clippers bench, maybe the strongest in the NBA 2 seasons ago.
Well, the Bledsoe trade weakened their bench, but it strengthened their starting lineup. But a winning team in Los Angeles with a players coach like Doc Rivers, I mean, you knew they'd be able to find some help.
And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards that have made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among 2 guards. James Harden is second.
That list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. And the way these guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is really a thing of beauty.
And Steve, if you want to take your place among the great shooting guards in the NBA, you have to be able to do more than score. You got to pass it as well. And a lot of these guys can.
Chicago leading by 12. Here's Buckets. And the layup falls. Buckets got 46 points.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
And that one's good. 8 points for Crawford.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And out of bounds is Los Angeles Kings possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Chicago. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Pacers right behind them, just 1 spot down.
You know, for the Bulls, they've come out strong. I mean, sitting high atop the standings in the early going. A bit surprising, but very impressive, too.
Well, such a talented roster, Clark, and they're leaving no doubt. I mean, this is a team with a chance to go all the way. Isaiah Thomas actually named after the former Pistons great. You might think his father was a big fan, but it's actually the opposite. His dad was a Laker fan who lost a bet during the 1989 finals. Incredible story. Pistons went on to beat the Lakers, so he had to name his son Isaiah. I guess he'd be named Magic if they had won.
Clippers trail by 12. In the corner, it's Crawford. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
Good rebound there, but overall, they're getting outworked on the glass.
Steve, I think that's what you'd expect, seeing what the score is.
There's the bucket. Good.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. I mean, get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Griffin. That's good. It's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got assist number 8 here in this one already. The Bulls leading by 12. Here's buckets. Curry kicks to Harden. Here's buckets. Sinks the three-pointers. Buckets got 53.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Thomas's shot is off.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Turkoglu outside. And it's Thomas at the elbow. He kicks to Griffin. And here's Turkoglu from the arc. Shot is off. And the Bulls going the other way now. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, the Clippers were sold this offseason for a staggering $2 billion. That's about 4 times more than the Kings sold for 1 year prior, and more than 7 times what the Sixers sold for in 2011. What happened? About a third of the league's teams have sold within the last 5 years. As they've sold out, guys, it's becoming a seller's market.
Only so many teams to go around, Doris. Thanks. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Davis is checked in for Hawks. Barnes comes in for Turkoglu. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Heinrich in for Thomas. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Jordan, he's checked in for Vucevic. Davis comes in for Steph Curry. Paul's checked in for James Harden. And Irving subbed in for James.
Alright, so guys, we're going to end this video right here, and y'all going to see my next video. I'm going to play the game. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, for more next.